Welcome to another edition of Backstage Pass, powered by the Sports Guys Podcast, with your host, Brandon Morrell.
Hey, this is recording artist Jesse and Noah Bellamy.
And you're listening to a grand slam of music, sports, and entertainment.
It's the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast with Brandon Morrell on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network.
Tune into the show on iHeartRadio Podcast, Spotify, and the sportsguyspodcast.com, and at thwn.org.
And welcome inside the Backstage Pass, of course, a grand slam of music, sports, and entertainment out there, too, as well. KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, iHeart, friends at thwn.org, and the Sports Guys podcast.com. And, of course, a special one for you today. Always good to get a couple of guys. They know what they're doing in the music industry with the last name Bellamy. They should. Jesse, Noah Bellamy here, joining forces with Riders in the Sky for this brand new single we're going to talk about. And then some. Guys, what's going on?
Hey. Nothing much, man. We were just with Riders in the Sky yesterday in Cleveland. So we drove all night, got back to Nashville late last night. Mm-hmm. We just been promoting this record.
Yeah, it's coming out. Looks like May 29th. The Sunshine Shop. Easy for me to say right there too with the double.
Yeah, really easy. Yeah, and got the vinyl in. These are already available at shows, and those will be on the website before too long.
There you go too. Well, tell us all about the project. We'll get to breaking down singles and playing them here on the show, but definitely interested in kind of the backstory of the album and how it came together, the writing, the artwork, all the whole 9 yards. Lay it on me.
So we there was this little shop down on Church Street in Nashville called the Sunshine Shop, and it's kind of sitting there in the middle of it's kind of the only thing left on that little block. Everything around it kind of seems to be going away and new buildings going up, but it's still kind of sitting there. So we decided we'd go do a photo shoot there. From there, the album became the Sunshine Shop, and then we went back and wrote the title track to sort of tie it all together.
Yeah, I love the fact in music just seems to be natural for you guys. Obviously, for people that don't know the backstory, obviously the Bellamy brothers, I mean, just famous out there for so many years, decades and decades, many awards in the industry. Talk about just growing up in that environment and knowing that, this is a possibility that, like I said, Dad did it. So definitely we're able to get out there and kind of take the same path, form our own path thing out there, picking it up. Instrumentation, kind of lay that on me, what it was like to grow up in the household with that famous name.
You want to go?
Well, we grew up in Florida, so we were kind of connected, but a little bit, not growing up in Nashville. We were a little bit, kind of on our own, starting out before we moved here. And, we, grew up, started playing in bands in our early teens, and just built it from there and kind of kept going.
Yeah, I love this one. You mentioned Riders in the Sky. I had a chance to talk to one of the members there last year. I mean, world famous group. They've been doing this thing a long time too, and definitely a very unique sound that they have too. And I kind of compared a little bit of bluegrass mixed with country, and then it's just take an instrument and just, sing. That's what they do. They get out there and sing to all types of audiences. People that know them know they performed on the Grand Ole Opry for many, many years, and of course just synonymous with their music. How did this one come together for Old Cowboys with this collaboration? Because it seems now that collabs are becoming more of the norm in the industry.
Yeah, sure. A lot of collabs happening. The song and the track, it didn't start out necessarily intentionally to be a collab. We were listening back, and the idea sort of came, well, wouldn't it be great if Riders in the Sky would come sing harmonies on this, because we wanted that super traditional cowboy kind of harmony, and they're definitely the guys that specialize in that. So that's sort of how it came about. And then oddly enough, a couple of weeks later, we were doing a TV taping, and they were on it, and so we asked them then, and they obliged us, and here we are.
Yeah, I love that you talked about that too. And like I said, it's that old school sound that I still love today. And we're seeing a lot of artists, kind of definitely bring it back a little bit there too. Randall King and Zach Top, the run he's been on too. And just Cody Johnson. I mean, 90s country seems to be, it never, I say, went away. Times do change. Things change in the music industry, different sounds, different things people are looking for, things like that. Talk about just sticking with the sound of the 80s, 90s kind of country, maybe even some of the 70s that still today people have a thirst for.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's the, the stuff that we grew up on, and the stuff that we, love more than any other music. And we just sort of like let it influence what we do. Even when we were, playing in rock bands or sometimes I think we still are a rock band. It's just influenced by a lot of that stuff. This generation seems to be picking back up on it and doing a pretty good job of it. So I saw Zach Top like last week just hop on stage and do something randomly here, and he's got it.
He's amazing with a guitar, man. You give that guy a phone book, he probably could sing the entire phone book and play acoustically whenever he wanted to at the same time. All right, time to play a little music here. The Backstage Pass, KYBN 98.1. It's Jesse, Noah Bellamy, collaboration with Riders in the Sky, and it's out across all the DSPs out there for streaming. Old Cowboys. Here it is, your Backstage Pass podcast, the sportsguyspodcast.com, and, of course, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and our friends at thwn.org. Stay tuned.
Let's hang around so long, no one will know we're still here. That way they won't notice us going when we disappear. Wouldn't want to upset them and turn all those red roses blue. So let's sit right here drinking our time like old cowboys do. Good dogs and whiskey, someone to miss me, that's all I needed in life. Friends for the good times, a guitar and good rhymes, a sky full of stars, and the stars in her eyes. We'll wish on some sawdust, but you can't get back what is gone. Like the youth of a cowboy or the singers of old country songs. I tried riding my last stretch, but my poor old horse threw a shoe. I guess I'll go out walking, stumbling like old cowboys do. Let's hang around so long, no one will know we're still here. That way they won't notice us going when we disappear.
Hey y'all, this is two-time Guinness World Record-setting rapper D.O. Gibson, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. You can also stream the show anytime at the sportsguyspodcast.com and on thwn.org. Oh yeah.
Looking to make your business stand out? Orange County Graphics has you covered. With premium signs, vibrant decals, eye-catching banners, stunning vehicle wraps, and custom graphics tailored to fit your needs. Whether you want to upgrade your storefront or turn your vehicle into a moving billboard, our expert team will bring your vision to life with quality and creativity. Check us out on Facebook or call 409-550-2906 today. Let's get your message noticed. Call Orange County Graphics. That's 409-550-2906.
What's up, guys? This is Colin Stow, and you're listening to a grand slam of music, sports, and entertainment. It's the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast with Brandon Morrell on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network. Tune into the show on iHeartRadio podcast at onthesportsguyspodcast.com and at thwn.org.
Is your home or business in need of a fresh look? Right Flow Pressure Washing and Lawn LLC is more than just pressure washing, providing professional cleaning for homes, commercial buildings, parking lots, roof cleaning, gutter cleaning, and so much more, including lawn service and landscaping. Our mission here at Right Flow is to exceed the needs of all our customers while providing all of our services at an affordable rate. We're committed to going above and beyond where the job is done right. Give your property the care it deserves. Call Right Flow today at 409-363-2565 or go to rightflowwashandlawn.com.
Hey guys and gals, this is Colby Calais, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass with Brandon Morrell on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network. Stream the show anytime on the sportsguyspodcast.com and on iHeartRadio podcasts. It's a grand slam of music, entertainment, and sports.
And back here on the show again, Jesse and Noah Bellamy, again, the Backstage Pass, again, your Bay Area broadcasting network, KYBN. 98.1, and we talked a lot about that too, just old Cowboys across all the DSPs out there too, and of course a lot about the old sound of the music today. I want to dig into a little bit, whoever wants to take this one here, the writing and just your writing. A lot of people say that they love kind of penning their own material out there. I'm sure you guys have been writing off and on for a long time, and then some just are comfortable getting pitched songs, and some don't enjoy the writing process. I guess for each of you, what I'm interested in is there a writing process, and if so, kind of take me through it.
Well, there's all sorts of writing processes. There's all sorts of different approaches. I guess, ultimately we're writing for ourselves as an act more often than pitching things. But we definitely have dabbled in that world as well. But it sort of comes back to us sort of writing for our own projects, and the process can happen different ways at different times, and we usually will start things separately and then sort of bring them in and start tweaking them and start demoing and getting ready to make a record.
I want to talk a little bit about that latest album that you guys have put out there too, Neon Pike, or I should say latest, 2018 too. I still listen to a lot of it too. Okay. Dreams for Days, which was one of my favorite songs. I stream a lot of this. Of course, one called Chances. That was on there too as well, and Lena Rose, which was one of my favorite ones there too. Talk about this one coming together too, and it's great to put out singles, but more you can put out a full length record and get fans enjoying a bunch of those great songs. So how did this one come together?
Well, this one came together. We met Zach Kasich, who has a studio in Hendersonville called Wild Feather, and he just we just sort of been looking around for we had not done a full album since Neon Pike.
Yeah, we did the one EP.
Is that right? Yeah, we've done EPs and singles sort of in the meantime. And we knew we wanted to get back to to making albums, because it's kind of for us it's kind of the art form, with the type of music that that we grew up listening to. The album seems like it should be a complete piece, and we really wanted to do that. So it's just hard to get consistency, being an independent artist and having to bop around to different studios in order to get an album complete. This is a lot more of a process where we were all we were all in the same studio at the same time and kept the same team throughout, and didn't take anything home to finish it, and really got a consistency we haven't been able to get in the past.
Yeah, there's one off of there too I loved a lot off the record there too, Neon Pike. I loved it. Samantha by Starlight. That again. That another fantastic song that was really, really awesome off there. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, you want to talk about that one?
About Samantha by Starlight?
Yep.
Yeah, we need to put that back in the show. We need to put it back in the set.
Yeah, it was inspired by this trip. I wanted to write like a Heartland rock song, and so it was inspired by this trip. We did a gig out in Effingham, Illinois, and ended up doing another gig after the gig. Ended up playing kind of our own after party in another town called Teutopolis. Like they drove some, I don't know. We were, this was a few years ago. We were kind of a little crazy then. So we would hop in a car and be like, oh yeah, let's go do this.
Like we're not crazy. We didn't just hop in a car and go to
I know,
Cleveland this
but
week.
I mean, we hopped in a car with strangers and they drove us out to a cornfield.
Yeah, we had to borrowed gear from somebody like that lived near the bar, and anyway, this girl Samantha like walked in, and
it was like
that was it.
You know, it was like she literally walked out of a cornfield, and you know. So,
no, it was like where they make the flour for.
And actually, I was not. I don't drink anymore, and I was on a break then. I used to drink then, but I was on
I was blackout.
I was on a break then, but the rest of the band was wasted. And
no, it's where the town is where they make the flour for like Duncan Hines or
something like that. It
like they mill the Duncan Hines flour,
something like that. But it was literally like a church and a cornfield and a bar, and it doesn't get more Heartland than that.
That's about as Heartland as it gets. I've never had anybody come on and say, like I said, the song's been originated by someone that walks out of a cornfield. That's it makes me think of something that's, I don't want to say like a haunted movie or something like that too, but that's what came to mind when you said that one too. So really cool. You never know where songs are going to be originated from. Again, Jesse, Noah, Bellamy here, the Backstage Pass. Time to play the single. It's also out there too. It was released a few weeks ago there, March 27th. Tess Frizzell was featured on this one. On again, off again. I think we've said that every day in life when it comes to waking up every day. Jesse, Noah, the Backstage Pass. Again, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, KYBN 98.1. Stay tuned.
It seems like true love was made for the movies. All those Hollywood actors get paid for pretending. Real life couples we knew all split into two. There ain't none of them left, just me and you. And we're not exactly the kind who stay. We both have been known to wander and stray, but we always come back and we always stay friends. We may be on again, off again, till the end.
The first time we broke up, I cried every night. I called you in vain, waiting for your reply. Then you said to come over. I got there in time. It was just the beginning when I thought it was the end.
Years rolling by, we parted and played, then reunited and laughed all the way at our own fickle nature
And the drunk text we'd sing,
that keep us on again, off again, till the end.
all our relations and friends say get hitched.
But what we have is working, there's no reason to switch.
It ain't none of their business how we're still a thing.
But if it makes you feel better, I'll buy you a ring. cards in all the right ways. Keep myself fit and cover my grades. Could you least hang around where my senses grow dim? Be my on again, off again, till the end. Let's be on again, off again, till the end.
Hey guys and gals, this is recording artist Ward Davis, and you're listening to a grand slam of music, sports, and entertainment. It's the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast with Brandon Morrell on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. Tune into the show on iHeartRadio podcasts and on the sportsguyspodcast.com at thwn.org.
Are you looking to increase your online presence? Are you searching for a new logo or company branding? Have you been considering more ways to reach the world with your business, ministry, or church's message? Barkley Music and Media is an award-winning design company that utilizes the latest technology while keeping the integrity of over 30 years of customer service. Web design, graphic design, multimedia, video editing, voiceover, commercials, logo design and branding, photography, and much, much more. See portfolios and testimonials online at www.barkleymusicandmedia.com or contact them today at 502-382-8299. Barkley Music and Media, your connection for the best in multimedia. Call today, 502-382-8299, or go to www.barkleymusicandmedia.com. Barkley Music and Media, integrity, technology, and design. www.barkleymusicandmedia.com.
What's up, y'all? This is Nashville recording artist Brooke Eden, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. Listen anytime on iHeart Podcasts and at thesportsguyspodcast.com and on thwn.org.
And back here on the show again, on again, off again. I guess that's how we say that. We go to a song, we come back. On again, off again here on the Backstage Pass. Jesse, Noah, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course their friends, the Sports Guys podcast.com. This was really cool because this one did a lot of cool things to open doors, even more doors for you guys. Even a few weeks ago, On Again, Off Again, featuring Tess Frizzell, a lot of different publications get behind this too. At the same time, this was really cool. The Music Universe got behind this. Tell us all about the happenings with this particular track.
Yeah, well, we had the song for a little while, and we knew it was a duet song. We just didn't know who. And then we met Tess doing the Next Generation country shows, and she seemed like the logical person because her grandmother had done all those great. Her grandmother Dottie West had done all those great duets with Kenny Rogers, and then her mom and her uncle are a great country duo as well. So yeah, it was, the duet thing being in her lineage seemed to make sense. And then we ended up shooting the video at Hank Snow's Rainbow Ranch, ended up borrowing a couple of jackets from Bill Anderson, and Nancy Jones lent me one of George's old Manuel's. And so it just became this country music hodgepodge.
Yeah, I love that too. And for this album coming up again, I can't wait for this to see everything. You mentioned those vinyl copies are there too. The Sunshine Shop coming up May the 29th. Make sure you guys can get out there too as well. And I want to put a link out there too to purchase a stream out there. It's jesseandnoah.com /on again. Make sure you guys can definitely check that out. Of course, all the listeners out there too. I think you guys, did y'all end up, you actually wrote 8 out of the 12 songs coming up on this particular record yourself?
Yeah, we wrote 9 out of the 11.
Okay, 9 of 11. I was off by a few, but hey, like I said, my math is correct there too. That's the cool thing, and I love that you say, let's build on that a little bit, because it's really cool to know that, the songs that you create, man, through experiences and through, sometimes people say fantasy or they get a hook, and you mentioned a different processes to go through that, but it's really cool because we're seeing more people now kind of, pin their own stuff, and they're like, man, we know this is going to be good. We put it on an album. We hope fans kind of flock to it, and then we get up on stage, we sing about it, and we have our shows and things like that. And so far, I can't wait to hear the rest of these cuts on this record. I feel like it's going to just it feels like just the tracks already, they flow naturally.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I mean, I can say for sure, more so than any project we've ever done. We were able to, to really make it feel like an album, and it feels like you're on a trip somewhere, as it's unfolding. And I hope that's what it does anyway.
That's what everybody wants there too. All right, so when you guys have a little downtime and kind of away from the music side of things and not working, things like that, individually, what do you like to, or I guess together, either way, like to do for fun or kind of an escape? What are some of the hobbies?
No, we just kind of create all the time. I mean, even the hobbies are, creative things. I might paint or something if I have time, but it generally, all sorts of creative things, but it generally ultimately feels like the best place to put the time in is in writing and recording. So ultimately just kind of come back to that. I'll sometimes paint while I'm writing and go back and forth between the two. They seem to help each other.
By the way, I noticed that too, that they're coming down here. I think they love the Floors Country Store, and I believe you mentioned the family. I mean, actually, the Bellamy brothers too at the same time, still going strong, still touring after all these years. And I've yet to get out to Floors, which is just about 4 hours from where I'm at here in Texas. But if they come down to Floors again, and I think I saw that somewhere, I cannot wait to see.
I'm sure they're headed back to Floors. They're always headed back to Floors. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, they're on their 50th year.
Wow,
touring. Yeah,
unbelievable. Go back to Neon Pike a little bit. I want to talk about the speaker and featuring the Bellamy brothers there. Love this song, Gambler's Heart. This is one that I've checked out for many, many years too. Kind of interested to hear the story of where this one came from and kind of a little backstory of this one. What a great song. And of course, I love it because it features Bellamy's are right there too.
Thanks. It's a conversation between father and a son, and the son. It's really just about the music business. I mean, it's a gamble, and it's a gamble that you make on yourself. And the song is about a father sort of warning against all of that, but knowing full well that the kid is going to go and do it anyway. So it's pretty much spot on, true story.
I love it too. And again, those copies, I look at people, I tell you that vinyl records, I started collecting some of those too. Those are becoming very popular again. You're seeing more and more artists now put out their vinyl copies of their work out there, their catalog of songs. So I always encourage people, man, go support it. And like I said, if I can get a chance to get a copy or buy a copy, I'm going to do that for this one. Sunshine Shop coming out there May the 29th from the Bellamy brothers. Make sure you guys, the Sunshine Shop, coming out there May 29th. And I'm sure there's going to be a pre-order if there's not already. So I know that you mentioned you held it up. They're ready to go. And if there's
we've already been selling them at shows. Okay. I guess we just have to implement this on our website and figure out how it's all happening. Yeah. But
and I think can you pre-save the record on?
You can. I think you can pre-save the album on the streaming formats as well.
Okay.
Now, but we'll as soon as we get a chance, we'll have these available. They may even be available, a few days before the full release.
Okay, looking forward to that too, and definitely that's going to be a lot of fun to check out all the work out there from Jesse and Noah Bellamy too. Also, back to the record too, Neon Pike. What's to be done with me? We always ask that question in a song, and you guys asked that question in a song there too. Tell us about this one from a backstory standpoint. I really enjoyed listening to this one off the Neon Pike record.
Well, that was wanting to write like an 80s Haggard song. Mm-hmm. I think that was really
I think
really the goal was to write one of those kind of that Epic Records era Haggard, I like trying to include on everything some more traditional sounding stuff, with everything else we're doing, like mm-hmm. Trying to include at least one track on each project that's traditional country.
You mentioned Zach Top there earlier in the interview too, and I mentioned how more and more artists are getting out there for that authentic traditional sound too. For you guys too, I'm getting into somebody else who's kind of bringing it back, a guy named Timothy Wayne. who I just learned about the other day too as well. For you guys, is it always cool to kind of learn about some of those new artists that are making headlines today? Who's on kind of the playlist for y'all that's doing it for you right now?
Yeah, well, we live in Nashville, so it's seeing people kind of come.
Yeah.
I don't ever, and you never know who's like going to make it either. Just a few years ago, remember seeing Sierra Farrell a lot. Just
we used to see Sierra a lot
around town. Same with Margot Price and and really with Zach Top as well.
Yeah, you went to Bobby's and saw him play.
Not too many years ago.
Yeah,
I saw him for free, 2 streets away here.
Everything's so close there. It's crazy. You turn one corner, and the next thing you know, live music on every corner. That's why they call it Broadway, and you never know where they're going to be. And even in some of the small towns, we're seeing more and more shows get away from Broadway now to go play some of the other dive bars and some of the clubs and venues out there too. Look, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about food on this podcast too at the same time. So I got to talk about food because it's just people always ask me questions. Well, ask your artist the questions. All right. It feels like Nashville, and to me now it's officially, I can say, probably a test market for restaurants coming in and out of there to see what's going to stick, and probably they're all going to stick if they go there. Tourist town, if the food's good, people are going to flock to you. For you guys, what have you gone out? What have you enjoyed? What's been lately? I'm
a gatekeeper. I'm a gatekeeper. I've had too many of my favorite places. Deg Thai on Nolensville is really good. A couple of really good Indian restaurants around. We're just around the corner from the Peg Leg Porker. If I want barbecue, that's where I'm headed.
Yeah, and Arnold's too.
Arnold's is some of the old places are still hanging on. Arnold's is still here for a little while, so that's a Nashville classic. I always like going to get Brown's Diner burger, and love playing Brown's Diner. The more things that disappear, the more you sort of hang on to those, the older places. So.
Y'all a fan of Martin's Barbecue?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good one. That's and people always ask me why I was bashing Texas barbecue. Nothing against West Texas and going out there, but where I'm down here by Houston, there's no, at least for me, there's not a barbecue place that does it here. You have to go to San Antonio, West Texas. Martin's can beat a lot of places here in Texas. So
Martin's is good. We ate at the one downtown.
Yeah, we did.
I guess during CRS. It's good.
That's always a good one too, as well. Well, I tell you what, love this music so much. Again, On Again, Off Again is featuring Tess Frizzell. The singles out there across all the DSPs out there too, and then of course Old Cowboys. Make sure you guys go stream that with the collaboration with Riders in the Sky, and the Sunshine Shop comes out May the 29th. Check out your streaming platforms right now. You can also check out more out there, jesseandnoah.com. Make sure you guys give them a like across all the social media. And guys, best of luck with the record. Appreciate you spending some time with us here on our station out there at the Backstage Pass, KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, and looking forward to many more great things happening for the both of you, and continued success going forward. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Brandon. Yeah, we'll talk again soon. Thank you.
Got it. Hopefully we'll see you around. I'll be there CMA week doing the show live from the Music City Center. So if you're around CMA week, come by and say hello at the
we should be, I've been to every CMA week for my whole life, for 30 years now.
We'd love to see you. Come on by there and we'll do it in person, one of these things called these interviews out there for Radio Land. Again, thanks to you guys for joining me today. Again, iHeartRadio, Spotify, THWN.org, and the Sports Guys podcast.com for all of us here. More great shows coming up over the next few weeks. Take care. God bless. We will see you soon.
Hey, guys and gals. This is Megan Lindsay, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, and on iHeartRadio podcast. Stream the show anytime on THWN.org and at the sportsguyspodcast.com.